So the next one, solving a rational equation that simplify to a linear denominator ax and bx. Again, if I'm thinking about my restrictions, the 3y can't equal 0 and the 5y can't equal 0. I can ignore that one, it doesn't have a variable. Well, with both of those, when I solve them, 0 divided by anything is 0. So y can't equal 0 is going to be my only restriction. So I'm going to solve it, and if I get anything other than 0, I'm all right. So on the ones where you have multiplying by your variable, you're just going to have a restriction of 0, since there's no adding or subtracting in there as far as in your denominator. But in this case, again, I have fractions. I want to get rid of my fractions by multiplying by my common denominator. Since I have a 3y, a 15, and a 5y, 15y would be my common denominator. So I'm going to multiply each term times 15y and do some canceling. Well, the y is going to cancel, and 3 goes into 15 5 times, so 5 times 7 is 35. Here, just the 15 is going to cancel, so 1 times y is 1y, or just y. And then here, the y's will cancel. 5 goes into 15 3 times 6 is 18. So I'm going to subtract my 18 to move it over to the other side. 35 minus 18 would give me 17 equals 1y. And I really don't have to divide by the 1, but I will. So 17 is my answer for y, which is not 0. So I do get the solution of 17. Number 5, again looking at, my only restriction is that w cannot equal 0, because again I just have a plain w and a 4w. I want to get rid of my fraction, so I'm going to multiply every term times the least common multiple, which in this case is the 4w. So here the 4w cancels out, I just get the 3. Here just the w cancels out, so 4 times 2 is 8. Here nothing cancels out, so I get 4w. So 3 plus 8 is 11 equals 4w. If I divide by 4, w equals 11/4, which is not 0. So again, I don't have to worry about it being restricted. Number 6 again, the only restriction is that I can't have the 0 in the bottom of the fraction. And so again, I'm going to multiply by my common denominator, so I have to think about 8 and 12. The least common multiple is 24. I also need to have that x, so 24x would be my common denominator. Here the x's are going to cancel out. 8 goes into 24 3 times. I'm going to have to use my distributive property since I have a binomial up there. So I get 3x minus 6. Here 12 goes into 24 2 times. So I have 2x times a negative 1, so minus 2x. And then here nothing's going to, or that was supposed to have an x. Here just the x is going to cancel. And so 1 times 24 should be 24. So combining my like terms, 3x minus 2x is x minus 6 equals 24. If I add my 6, x equals 30, which is not 0, so is okay to have for my answer. So same kind of thing, just here on the restrictions, since there's not a binomial underneath there, it's just one term. Every time you're going to get a 0 when you solve that. So that's the only restriction you're going to have. And then you multiply by your common denominator and solve.